A man's in custody suspected in the killing of Charlie Kirk, the latest we know. Plus, new tonight.
There's nothing in the Head Start Act that talks about citizenship.
A federal judge stops the Trump administration's efforts to keep immigrant families from Head Start services. What we know about the new ruling.
It's going to feel like two different seasons this weekend. I'm tracking sunshine and low 80s for Saturday, but a few showers on Sunday, along with cooler temperatures.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for the KREM 2 Night Report. I'm Cody Proctor. New tonight, a ruling from a federal judge stopped efforts from the Trump administration to block immigrant families from accessing Head Start services. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy is joining us now in the newsroom tonight with more. Connor.
Well, the executive director of Head Start in Washington State tells me this is a step in the right direction. After facing uncertainty for families across the state, he says this decision continues the service's goal of aiding any family of any status. This week marked a milestone in an ongoing legal battle between the Trump administration and the Washington State Association of Head Start and Early Childhood Assistance and Education Program.
We want to make sure that all kids get what they need.
Executive Director Joel Ryan says 15,000 kids receive services from Head Start offices across the state. These include helping children experiencing homelessness, disabilities, and learning challenges. He says after 60 years of work, the results speak for themselves.
They're less likely to stay back in school. They're more likely to graduate high school and college. They're even less likely to get involved in the criminal justice system.
Staying back in school for any children needing help, Ryan says, came into question earlier this year after actions made by the Trump administration. A director from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services redefines federal public benefits to include Head Start programs. It requires checking the immigration status of each family receiving their services, and from there, assisting them based on it.
To have the Head Start programs almost act as ICE agents, where they would have to check the status, the documentation status of the kid and even the parents to determine whether or not they were citizens.
A federal judge determined Head Start shouldn't stop service for anyone based on immigration status, as well as granted a preliminary injunction, which requires DPHHS to not enforce the directive until a final decision's ultimately reached. Ryan says this isn't the first time the administration and Head Start's reached an impasse.
They've eliminated our regional office here, our federal regional office that hands out the grants and provides guidance and support for Head Start agencies in the state of Washington.
As Ryan looks to the future of Head Start across the Evergreen State, he emphasizes the work being done is vital to families needing extra help and wants none of them to worry about asking for it.
We don't look at who you are, your background. What we look at is, do you need our help?
Senior staff attorney at the ACLU Women's Rights Project, Janessa Calvo-Friedman, said in a response, quote, "Today the court was clear. HHS does not have the authority to impose an immigration-based restriction on Head Start families." Now, earlier this evening, we reached out to Spokane Community Colleges as well, who operate Head Start programs. Spokesperson tells us they'll need time to review any potential impacts from this decision. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. Well, time right now for your Night Beat with a quick look at today's top local stories. $2.5 million. That's how much the Washington Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction's awarding the Othello School District in a grant. The grant supports learning centers providing academic enrichment opportunities for children during non-school hours. The district says the grant brings funding by 2030. It'll provide free academic enrichment programs, free transportation, and free before and after school programs, as well as summer sessions. The Post Falls Police Department is getting a new canine trained up to sniff out electronics. The department says the canine will be trained to find things like memory cards and hard drives that may be used for storing illegal material. The dog will also help protect kids. Federal funding's paying for the new program. Senator Maria Cantwell introduced a bill in the Senate called the Fire Ready Nation Act. The proposal would give NOAA meteorologists and scientists new technology and better data to improve a wildfire forecast. The bill passed the Senate unanimously yesterday. There have been more than 48,000 wildfires this year alone, burning more than 4 million acres all across the country. The bill would allow for better coordination and funding to improve wildfire forecasting and preparedness. And the state fined a farmer near Deer Park $100,000 for repeated illegal water use. The Washington State Department of Ecology says the farmer was watering 69 acres at Wild Rose Prairie. The DOE warned them to stop watering, but say the unauthorized irrigation continued for 20 days. The state says the water was pumped from the spring tributary Dragoon Lake. And that is it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, head to our website, KREM.com. In the meantime, we've seen some comfortable temperatures the last couple of days, but what about some chances for some rain? Michelle, you brought up at one point that we could be seeing different seasons as we head into this weekend.
Yeah, we actually have quite a few ups and downs in our forecast over the next 7 days, and that does include the weekend as well. Today, pretty nice day, a little bit of haze out there, but air quality not too bad. AQI is 68, which puts us right there in the moderate category. Still do have some air quality alerts, again, in the vicinity of the active wildfires. So those are kind of continuing on a day-to-day basis. Otherwise, relatively quiet in eastern Washington and North Idaho. We do have quite a bit of active weather out in Kalispell, but that thunderstorm activity is moving to the south. So we're looking at pretty clear skies tonight and a pretty nice day tomorrow. Temperature-wise, a little bit cooler today. It's currently 65 in Coeur d'Alene, 68 in Spokane. Still some 70s out there in Grand Coulee and Omak. Even cooler, though, in Lewiston, 68 degrees. Quiet overnight, mostly clear skies. We'll bottom out with temperatures in the upper 50s, and then it'll feel like summer tomorrow. Lots of sunshine on the way. Warm temperatures should put us back into the lower 80s, but it's going to turn breezy Sunday afternoon. We should get a few showers, not counting on much in the way of rainfall, but that is going to knock temperatures down into the low 70s. It'll be a cool start to the week as we dry out again. Still only seeing highs on Monday in the low 70s.
Michelle, thank you so much. Well, next on KREM 2 News tonight, a suspect's in custody more than 48 hours after the public death of Charlie Kirk.